a day at work, so we're going camping on a weeknight in this beautiful weather you can see out my window here. And I got some new gear to test out. What better time to do that than in the rain? I've got some new parts on this 33-year-old Subaru that we're gonna test out. What better way to do that than on some logging roads? I'm gonna get out to camp and we're gonna see how it goes. We're off to a bad start. The defrost is not keeping up in this rain. Oh no, it's the Subaru Loyale's arch nemesis, a slight incline. If you haven't driven through pouring rain with your foot to the metal under the speed limit, you haven't lived. This is what I love about living in Spokane. You're just like a half hour and you're in the middle of nowhere. You don't get that in Seattle or Portland. And if you do go somewhere that close, then it's full of people. If you're a longtime viewer, you'll know it's been a while since I've taken this car out, and I always just forget how much I love driving it, especially on dirt roads. It just does so good, even on these crappy tires. We have come to a point where either I need to turn around or I need to put on the tire chains, which I do have, and I really want to put them on and test them out because this car with the tire chains is unstoppable. But it's only a couple hours till dark, and between spending a half hour fiddling around with the chains and driving further and looking for camp, it's gonna be dark and I'm gonna be trying out my new gear in the dark. So I think we gotta turn around and go find somewhere else to camp down the mountain that way. Kind of a bummer. We will get this thing out and use the chains at some point, but that point is not in this video. Yo, I might have found camp and it might be up this very, very steep hill. Okay, if the Subaru can make it up this, we're gonna try it. That's disappointing. If I put the chains on, it would make it, but I don't think there's any way without the chains. On to the next spot. All right, well, first of all, I'll address the elephant in the room, and that is that, yes, if you're a regular viewer, I have camped here before, in fact, quite recently. But when there's snow on the ground like this and we're limited for time, there's just not that many places. There's great places around Spokane to go camping without driving too far, but there's not that many of them. So we're camping here As for our brand new kit, I got a Hennessy Hammock, which has a design that's supposed to help you lay more flat. It's supposed to just keep raining all night, so I guess there's no time like the present to try to set it up. Okay, so with the design of this hammock, this would be super easy if I'd set it up before because it has a cool thing, but I haven't, so it doesn't have a cool thing, so I've tried to wrap it in the tarp to keep it dry. We'll see how this goes. I think poorly. I have a feeling tonight is gonna suck. Come on. This is my only paper, so I better hope it works. Ah, crap. It's too wet. Dude, I cannot believe I got this shit to work. I mean, I shouldn't speak too soon, I guess. And I guess that's how you get a fire started in a puddle. I don't know that I've ever been more deserving of an alcoholic beverage on a camping trip. I've got a Paulaner München, Paulaner Hefeweizen. Oh my God. I'm gonna blame my pronunciation on how tired I am, but I'm excited for this thing, man. And to think, just 3 hours ago, I was at work. Jeez, oh, I knew it was gonna happen. Just a question of when. All right, it is about 7 o'clock. I am starving. We're gonna try and get a hot dog roasted on this very much not hot dog ready fire. And also the hot dog's frozen because why not? And holy crap, we've gotten 2 seconds where it isn't raining. Dude, it's not raining. I'm gonna try and warm up a little bit while I cook this thing. Kind of wish I was the hot dog right now. The fact that it's not raining makes me think it's time for celebration, and we're gonna celebrate by drinking Melvin, which, yes, I do realize that sounds a little inappropriate. I actually like the description they wrote on the can, so I'm gonna read it here. 2 brewers walk into a Thai restaurant in Wyoming. They drink and write a recipe. The beer that came from that day started an empire. Well, not really, but the beer was exactly what they wanted, so they made a hell of a lot more. Look at you, Melvin, all grown up. Oh, and while I drink this, I'm burning my hot dog. Oh, and yeah, this is a problem I've had with this beer. At least I opened it outside, right? If you know why small breweries have trouble making their beers not explode when you open them, let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to read that. So I actually forgot the mustard and hot sauce, so I picked this up for a whopping 88 cents. And I found this on the shelf at the grocery store. It's Dave's Hurtin' Habanero Hot Sauce. And they say it's pretty hot. Let's see if it's as hot as they say it is. Now that is not insignificant. It's like not spicy at all though. Even though the first ingredient is habanero, it's like more of a barbecue-y sweet taste, which isn't my favorite, but as far as barbecue-y sweet sauces go, I like it a lot. I found some incredibly wet wood that might have been left next to a bag, but I've put it on my fire here that's burning very hot, and it seems to be drying out and catching fire very nicely. We're gonna be able to have a fire just until I want to go to bed. Well, it's about 10 o'clock and it is a work night after all, so we're gonna have to put out the fire here and hit the hay, or hit the hammock. Hopefully I hung it up right and it doesn't hit the floor. Whew, that's a hot one. Now there's some coals. Fortunately, I don't think I have to worry about anything catching on fire except maybe myself. Oh. Whoa. I don't know if I got this thing quite right here, but I think it's going to be comfy enough at least to go to sleep, so I guess we better take care of that. I will say right off the bat, something it has that my old hammock of course didn't have is this mesh bag here for storing your stuff. This is freaking awesome. My other hammock did have like a little bag kind of on the side, but this is obviously much better, really neat. I think that even though this thing is pitched pretty haphazardly, I'm gonna have a really cozy night because I can just settle in here. There's just the way these are designed, there's designed to be, you know, more room for moving around, unlike my old one where you're just kind of in a taco. Anyways, that's all I got for you tonight. I'll let you know how it goes tomorrow morning. I'll see you then. Good night. Good morning. I slept all right. Definitely was a little bit banana-ish, and my back was like this, but it was definitely comfier in my old hammock. I need to get up and get out of here. It's about 7 o'clock. Today, for our part of a healthy breakfast, we've got a Fit Crunch and a Monster Energy that apparently is going to make me feel like a race winner, a Formula One race winner. Sitting in this car, I'm unsure about that. That's really good though. It's like kind of citrusy, sweet, of course. And this thing, it tastes like a protein bar, believe it or not. I am about to get on the freeway here, and that means we're just about home. I would do this while I was driving, except this car has no cup holders, so I would spill my drink. But thanks for watching this week's video. It's probably a little bit of a short one, but I think it's always fun to try to squeeze in a camping trip when you otherwise would be just sitting at home. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button if you did, and of course leave a comment down below if you have any stories of weeknight camping of your own. Oh, and subscribe if you want to see the Volvo road trip. I'm going to go on a road trip for about 2 weeks, living out of the custom camper that I built. So if you like watching wagons do some off-roading and camping, then like I said, subscribe. All right, enjoy the time-lapse home. I will see you again next week.